Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Conceptual Genetics and Breeding. So, in extension to Mendelism, our next topic is gene interaction. We all know that in earlier when we were discussing about Mendelian genetics, we have discussed that each gene has two alleles, okay, and one gene is responsible for the inheritance of one character from one generation to another generation. And also, when we were discussing about law of independent assortment, we have discussed that the two genes from one generation to the next generation, when they go, their inheritance occurs independently. Basically, their gamete formation, it does not depend upon each other. Okay, means the inheritance of two genes, or we can say two characters, uh, occurs independently. Okay, and one gene is responsible for the expression of one trait in the organism. We have discussed that for each character there is a gene. When Mendel was studied about these characters in P, he accidentally took those characters which were governing by one gene only. For example, for plant height, one gene was there, capital T, and it was having two allele, capital T and small t. It was for tall plant height, and small t was for dwarf plant height. Okay, so for there is a one gene for this character. Similarly, for this flower color, capital R, okay, and small r. Capital R was for, suppose for example, for red color flower, and small r is for white color flower. So generally, for the one character, there is one gene is present in the organism. But a trait or a character can be influenced by more than one gene, where one gene may affect the other. Okay, so situation may be there when uh, when a character can be governed by more than one gene. Okay, so generally, for some characters, like for qualitative characters are there, uh, for those characters one gene is responsible for their inheritance, okay, or for their expression. But there may be situation, there may be traits or characters which are influenced, or we can say which are governed by more than one gene. Okay, and there is a situation also when one gene may affect the expression of other gene. Okay, so it is not always independent assortment, we can say. Here situation may be that one gene may affect the expression of other gene. So the phenomena of we can define interaction. This is known as basically gene interaction, when one gene affect the expression of other gene. So this is known as gene interaction. And what is this gene interaction? We can define the phenomena of two or more genes affecting the expression of each other in various ways in the development of a single character of an organism is known as gene interaction. Okay, so when the genes are interacting with each other, and after interaction they are producing certain type of phenotype. Okay, so they are affecting each other. Okay, then this phenomena, this process is known as gene interaction. So example of this gene interaction is comb shape of domestic breeds in chicken. Okay, so first of all, this gene interaction, it was discovered in the chickens, breed of chickens, and their comb shape. Basically, it is the one of the first evidence which was obtained by Batson and Punnett from breeding experiment with chicken. Okay, so these two scientists, Batson and Punnett, they experiment with these chicken breed, and they found out that the this comb shape, basically you can see in the image, this is known as comb, okay, which is found on the head of the chicken. And you can see that there are different type of shape of this uh, comb is found in the domestic breed of chicken. So what is the reason, what are the gene responsible for this these type of differences which are occurring in the comb shape? It was experimented by Batson and Punnett, okay, and they discovered that this comb shape is governed by two gene, and by the and different shape are occurring due to the gene interaction, okay, due to the interaction between those two gene. So they experimented with this breed or domestic breed of chicken, and they found that there is gene interaction play important role. So this domestic breed of chicken, they have different comb shape, okay. So first this is the rose comb shape basically. This is the yarn dot type of breed, and it has rose type of comb, okay. So this shape is known as rose type of comb. Second one is, this one is Bahamas, okay. Bahamas, it have pea comb, okay. So little comb is there, that is known as pea comb. And third one is this leghorn. It has yes, this fourth one is actually, this fourth one is leghorn, and it has a single comb. So you can observe that this is a single type of comb, only single layer of comb is observed. So this is known as leghorn, okay. This breed is leghorn. And this one, this image is, it is a cross between Yandot and Bahamas, okay. So this is a cross between these two, and the crossing of these two resulted in this type of comb, and it is known as walnut type of comb. So you can see the image, and it is little bit the walnut shaped comb, that's why it is known as walnut, and it is a cross between Yandots and Bahamas, okay. It has produced another type of comb which is known as walnut comb. So in domestic breed of chicken, there are four type of comb which are found. First one is, it is a rose type. You can see in the image, it is a rose type of comb. And this is pea type, little the peanut shape only, the size of peanut only actually. And this is leghorn, and it has a single type of comb. And this is a cross between Yandot and pea, between Yandot and Bahamas, okay. Yes, and it has resulted into walnut type of comb. So what are the gene which are play role in the development of these different type of comb, we will discuss in the next. So Betson and Punnett, they discovered that comb type is determined by two independently assorting gene, okay. So they discovered that this comb shape basically, these four type of comb which are occurring, the there are two independently assorting gene for that, okay. So they assort independently, but due to their interaction with each other at some point, they resulted into different type of comb, okay. So these R and P, there are two gene R and P, okay. They, when we cross, they are normal gene basically, having two allele. Means this R gene is it having one capital R and one small r allele. Likewise this uh, P gene, it will have capital P one allele, and one allele is small p, okay. They are two gene, and each gene having two different allele. So yarn dot with rose comb, okay, which were having rose comb earlier, we have seen in the image. I will show you another time that this is yarn dot, and it is having rose type of comb. Okay, this is Bahamas having pink P comb, and this is Leghorn having single comb, and this is the cross between this and this. It is having this walnut type of comb. So here, uh, when we cross basically Yandot and Bahamas, okay, so you can see here this Yandot, it have the genotype capital R, small p, small p. So these two genes, when they are present, one dominant and one is recessive. Okay, in recessive form it is present. They resulted into Yandot, which is having rose type of comb. So capital R, small p, they together give us this rose type of comb. And second one is Bahamas, which is having P type of comb. It is having the genotype small r, capital P, capital P. So this small r, capital P, it is resulting into P type of comb, the smallest comb. Okay, and this capital R, small p, it is resulting into rose type of comb. So these are the genotype, and when we cross these two, Wyandot and Bahamas, we are founding hybrid type, which is having walnut type of comb. Okay, so here in this image you can see that it is having genotype capital R, capital P, small p. Okay, so these two genes are basically interacting with each other and give us the various type of comb shape. So you can see here it is the rose type, and it is having capital R, small p type of genotype. This is P type, it is having the genotype small r, capital P, and this is the cross between this and this, and it is having the genotype capital R, capital P, small p. Okay, and this one is single type, it is having small r, small p. So you can see that when the genes are present in different combination, they are giving us the different phenotype. Why it is so? It is due to the gene interaction. Okay, the two genes, they are interacting with each other in various ways, and they are giving us different type of phenotype. Okay, so here you can see in this image, when we are crossing with Yandot and Bahamas, we are having this hybrid type, and it is having walnut type of this we can say the comb shape. Okay, and when we will go, this is the F1 generation. Basically these were the parental generation, this is the F1 generation, and when we go for F2 production, F2 population production from F1 by self pollination, so we will found out the four type of these four type of phenotypes basically in the characteristic 9:3:3:1 ratio. So we have already discussed about law of independent assortment when we were discussing about the Mendel's laws, and we have discussed that when we are making dihybrid cross, basically this is dihybrid cross, you can see here, because two genes are involved, one is R and one is P gene. When two genes are involved, when we cross that individual, then this is known as dihybrid cross. Okay, monohybrid was when one gene was involved only in a cross, and this is dihybrid. So the typical dihybrid ratio we will observe in F2, that is 9:3:3:1. Okay, how it will come we will see. So here you can see that we have found F1 population, and F1 is capital R, capital P, small p. So we will self pollinate this individual, this F1 hybrid, and we will found that we all know that four type of gametes we will observe. So capital R, capital P, small p, it will produce four type of gamete. How it will produce? We will take all possible combinations. So when capital R will go with capital P, it will produce capital R, capital P. When capital R will go with small p, it will produce capital R small p. When small r will go with capital P, it will produce small r capital P. And will small r will go with small p, it will produce small r small p. Okay, so likewise, mm, these were the male gamete and these will be the female gametes. Okay, same gametes will produce in male and female because we are taking self pollination. Okay, so when we cross these in all possible combination, we will observe that here you can see when this will cross with this, it will produce capital R, capital P, and both are present, capital R and capital P present together, it will produce walnut type. Okay, because it is having both the genes together, it will produce the walnut type of plant, the chicken, the comb of the chicken actually. And when we cross this with this, it will again produce walnut. When this was crossed with this, it will again produce with walnut, and when this is crossed with this, it will again produce walnut. Okay, so we will take another capital R small p. When it is crossed with this, it will produce walnut. When this capital R small p will cross with capital R small p, then it will produce capital R small p. So now it will produce rose type of comb. Okay, again when this is crossed with this, it will produce walnut type, and when this was crossed with this, it will produce rose type. Okay, so on the basis of presence of alleles, okay, the genes will interact with each other and they will produce the phenotype accordingly. When this small r is capital P with cross with this, it will produce walnut type. Again with this, it will produce walnut type. And when this small r capital P with cross with small r capital P, now it will produce small r capital P. And this small r capital P, it will give us the P type of comb shape. Okay, so now due to the interaction of small r with capital P, it will produce P type of comb. So here you can see that it is P type of comb. When this will cross with this small r small p, it will again produce this P type, because this capital P is present and this small r will interact with this capital P, and it will result into P type of comb shape. So again when we cross with this small r small p with this, it will produce walnut type. When this was crossed with this, it will produce rose type, because capital R is present now. This capital R will interact with small p actually, and it will resulted into rose type. So it is due to the interaction of the product of R gene and P gene. When capital R is present with capital P, the capital R and capital P, they will interact with each other, their product will interact with each other, and they will give us the walnut type. Okay, and when capital R is present with small p, their product will interact with each other and they will produce the rose type. Okay, when this small r is present with capital P, their interaction will result into P type of we can say P type of the comb shape. Okay, the phenotype. And when this small r is present with small p, they both interact with each other and they will produce the single type of comb only. Okay, so this is known as basically the gene interaction, and gene interaction play important role in the production of the phenotype. Okay, so the two gene, they don't always like assort independently. Basically they don't always have the expression of one character only. Basically means one gene is responsible for one type of character. Okay, one trait. It is not always true. So more than one gene may also govern one character. Like here two gene, capital R gene and P gene. Okay, they have Together they have produced one character. What is the character? That is comb shape. And different comb shape have been produced by their interaction. So this is known as gene interaction. So here we will found the characteristic 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1 ratio in the F2. So I hope this gene interaction is clear to all of you now. So the work of Batson and Punnett, they demonstrated that two independently assorting gene can affect a trait. We have already discussed that two genes which are assorting independently, but they are affecting one trait only by their interaction with each other. And different combination of allele from the two genes resulted in different phenotypes, presumably because of interaction between their products, okay, due to interaction between their products at the biochemical or cellular level. So this is we have said this is this because their product, because capital R is producing some product and capital P is producing some product, and they have resulted into walnut type. Likewise, capital R is producing some product and this small p is producing some product. It is resulted into rose type. Small r is producing some product and capital P is producing some product, and it is resulted into p type. And small r, small p, when they are uh, coming each other, they are producing some product which is resulted into single type of comb. So they produce some product and their product interact with each other, which is resulted into different phenotype. Different phenotype means different comb shape here, okay. So we have seen that there, this is because of the interaction between different genes, okay. Here two genes are present, so interaction between these two genes. So gene interaction may produce the characteristic F2 ratio, that is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. We have already seen that in gene interaction this ratio we obtained in the above said example. But some gene interaction may change this F2 ratio also. So what are these gene interaction which may change this F2 ratio? There are basically 6 type of gene interaction. Complementary gene interaction, it will result into 9 is to 7 ratio. So instead of getting 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1 ratio in F2, we will get 9 is to 7 ratio in complementary gene interaction. Likewise, supplementary gene interaction, it will give us 9 is to 3 is to 4 ratio. Epistatic or masking gene interaction, it will give us 12 is to 3 is to 1 ratio. Inhibitory gene interaction, it will give us 13 is to 3 ratio. F2 ratio, okay. Instead of getting this 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1, we will get this 13 is to 3 when inhibitory gene interaction is there between two genes. When duplicate gene interaction is there, it will give us 15 is to 1 ratio. When polymeric gene interaction is there, it will give us 9 is to 6 is to 1 ratio, okay. So total individual will be 16 in F2. Likewise here 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. So but the ratio is getting changed. So how this ratio will get changed, and how these complementary, supplementary, epistatic, inhibitory, duplicate and polymeric gene interaction are taking place, we will discuss with example in our coming slides, okay, in our coming videos. So I hope this gene interaction is clear to all of you now. Thank you so much.